I'll take a look inside of here and, whoa, that's trippy. Look at that. That is trippy. Hello everyone, it is me, Maximus. Have you ever tried looking in the inside of a gigantic brass artillery shell before? It gets pretty dark inside of there, and I've always come across this common problem of finding the best flashlight to look inside of there. Little plug for you before we get started, guys. I did get sent a recent product. OLIGHT Gunmetal Grey Special Edition Tactical Flashlight that can be applied to any weapon system. Unfortunately, not this beautiful artillery shell. If only it could. Yeah, it doesn't quite work. But for those of you who are, especially right now in the Canadian Armed Forces, it's summertime, we're all on courses and things like that. Maybe you want to get a nice little flashlight for some of your equipment. This one can actually be attached to either your sidearm or firearm. Yes, folks, we are doing a bit of a review video today, something a little different. The OLIGHT PL-PRO Valkyrie. It is a limited edition. I'd like to thank them very much for sending me one of these. They have sent me them before. I've done some reviews of them before. And actually, I'll be totally honest with you, as I've said many times in the past on my channel. I don't review stuff if it's junk, and I don't condone it or approve it personally. I'm not getting paid to do this, trust me, in every sense of the word. The only reason they sent me this is basically because it's a massive promotion right now. There's a huge promotion going out with OLIGHT. They make solid stuff, and that's no word of a lie, okay? It comes from China. A lot of you have been like, oh, well, it comes from China, it must be terrible. No, it's actually really, really good. The quality of these things, and I have quite a few of these little flashlights myself, because I have been sent them before to review. They are very well built, very well built. As I said though, I'm going to put a disclaimer right out there, is I do not get paid to do this, but I am going to respectfully take a look at this item. So let's take it out of the packaging. One thing I will say, OLIGHT, that you really do really aggravate me with, and I love you, but the way that you package these boxes, damn, okay? To just get that tab open, you're like, you have to rip it open like frickin' the Hulk, okay? And this is what you're gonna get out. Okay, it's a little plastic holder there, very well packaged, honestly. It even has a little disclaimer there, read me, because you have to get it out of programmable mode when it's in sort of storage. It says the PL-PRO ships in lockout mode. Before first use, press and hold both switches at the same time for about 2 seconds until the brightness increases, indicating it has exited lockout mode. So let's do that. We're going to take it out. I'll talk about its overall status in a second here. So we're going to hold down for 2 seconds. Un, deux, done. There we go. So that's the, we got disco mode going now. Going back to my old 90s days of, you know, not being involved with any kind of music that would include of that light. I'm not that old. But yes, if you wanted to go to a rave, this would also be a fantastic opportunity for you to take the OLIGHT. But in all seriousness, guys, this is the PL-PRO Valkyrie. Really nice attachable light for Picatinny rail firearms or any kind of setup, really. Now, personally, I don't have any requirement for a light that, you know, is attached to a firearm, just because I just don't need it. I'm not breaching down doors, busting open, you know, windows and chucking in flashbangs and, you know, all that good stuff. If only I was. I wish. I really do wish. I mean, maybe that's the future for me, but unfortunately, not right now. But it does have other nice little features that are good to have, even if you're not mounting this to a rail. First of all, it's bloody bright. Okay, this has a 1500 lumens max and throws up to 280 meters. Sadly, I don't have 280 meters worth of darkness to show you right now to see how far this goes. But I can assure you I have tried one of these out before, not in gunmetal grey, and it throws out quite a bit of light. It really is quite powerful. And for me, if I was busting down doors taking names, this would be blinding me right now if it was shot in my eyes as a threat. Okay. It does have a quite nice little quick detach coupling here. It's very simple, on and off, nothing too drastic there. It does also have the either one finger or double finger kind of adjustment there. So if you just want to tab on the one, okay, there you go, turn off, turn on, turn off. And double is for the I want to go to a disco mode. If you have epilepsy, I'm sorry. Okay, so that is basically the simplistic variant of this. It's just a little switch, turns on, Picatinny rail, not much else to it. The other thing that you need to consider with this thing is it does not take batteries. Now, for some people, that may be a little bit of a game changer. Personally, I'm not super concerned because I always have a power bank or things like that. But it comes with a USB charging point. It's very simple to charge. You get 1x magnet, attach it to the side, plug it in the USB port, and you're good to go. Now, some people will say, well, Matt, I don't have a USB port charger. In the modern military, or especially if you're in the modern sort of shooting world or tactical world, there's always going to be something that you can plug a USB into. Power banks, solar chargers, all that good stuff. But it's nice that you can just kind of pop it on and off instead of the USB going into it. You know, you get those kind of tiny little plugs that plug into these things. No, not the case with this. It's literally just a nice clip, clips on there really nicely and charges. These charge quite quickly, actually. I've charged them before. This one came out of the box with power in it, which is always a nice thing to have. Inside also you'll get some keyways. You can adjust the setup of the lock-in piece for the Picatinny rail right here, and you get an Allen key with it as well. So, just for the purpose of showing you what it will look like and how it does look like on a firearm, I'm going to show you my Derya Mark 12. Now, currently this is a weapon system that is completely safe. It's completely empty. It does have its safety locking feature there to allow it to not be stolen by anyone. I'm just basically taking this out to show you the features. Now, on the Derya Mark 12, we do have several Picatinny mounting points here. We have 2 on the sides, 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top here. I say several. It's probably just 6, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Actually, no, it does have more. It has 2 here too, so I was right. There's 2 here as well. So you can mount Picatinnys on this thing just about all day. You could Picatinny all day long with this thing, okay? Personally, I have no requirement to put tons of Picatinny bits and pieces on this thing. It's a shotgun. I'm using it to shoot clays. Okay, but off the point, if we want to attach, for instance, if you're weird, the OLIGHT on top, you can do so. Look how quick that is. And it's solid. It's not going on there. If I want to do the old, tactical light thing, there we go. Absolutely pointless because now I can't use my... This isn't coming up. There we go. Now I can't use my sights, but very easy. I've just realized I'm an absolute idiot. Oh, pops off. And now we can mount it to the side of the weapon system, which makes a lot more sense. Okay, there we go. Okay, so if I'm using it from this side, now I have my flashlight in place to do what I need to do. And also, you can do the overhand if you need to. If you're into the whole C-clamp overhand tactical style, you can do that too. Or the underside. It's really subjective to however you want to use it. Okay, if you want to go into disco mode, then you can go into disco mode too. I enjoy disco mode. I won't lie to you, I really do enjoy disco mode. Not so much with the rifle in hand, because it can get a little complicated to go into a disco with a firearm. But honestly, it's very well built. There's no give, I guess, or free play in the mount to the Picatinny. It's very tight. That's what you want. You don't want this thing shaking around. You don't want it popping off. One thing I would say to be cautious about this kind of thing is it's not Allen keyed on. So as easy it is to get off, it's also really easy for you to accidentally catch that and it pop off. Okay, and we're going to turn disco mode off here because it's making me a little dizzy. So yeah, something to just consider when you're using one of these things is, if you have it locked in place, make sure it is locked in place because you don't want to lose this thing. For me though, I as I said, don't have a requirement for these things. They're cool to have if you're into firearms and you have these kind of requirements. If you're in law enforcement maybe. In the industry, these are one of the most, I guess, common lights that you can get on the market that are fairly cheap. Very cheap, in fact. And I'll talk to you more about the details of that in a second. This video is actually being released just before this actually comes out because it is a limited edition, the Gunmetal Grey. It looks very nice. It does. The Gunmetal Grey, I'll take it off the weapon system here, but it does look very pretty. Okay, the Gunmetal Grey. I'm not a massive fan of the standard black, but this is quite a nice finish to it. Okay, it looks quite nice. There's the high-powered LED inside. As I said before, 1500 lumens is more than enough that you're going to need to light up someone's face or a target, whatever else you're using this for. But also, it's useful for those that are mounting it to a helmet. Okay, because some helmets do have Picatinny rails attached to them. I know the British Army do, Americans for sure do. It's a piece of equipment you could quite easily mount to the side of your helmet. Now, again, the problem with something like this is it's very easy to press the button on, and you know, if it catches on something, it's middle of the night. And also the key to this, if you're in the military, it's white light only. Okay, so something to consider. You probably could quite easily get a filter for this to make it red. But if you're using it for just simple stuff like guiding vehicles, not in disco mode again, because the driver would probably be dancing instead of actually following your hand movements. But if you wanted to use it as a hand signal, you know, it's got enough power there for you to do non-tactical style military stuff. Just a little handpiece, right? And you can throw this in your rucksack or in your tack vest you're wearing, pop it out as an emergency flashlight, or even your primary flashlight. Flashlight? That's not what I meant to say. Flashlight. This is the way to go. Now there is a sale coming up, and I'll mention it in the description box below and in the comment section below. But for what you're getting a robust, fairly well powered in terms of lumens. 1500 lumens is pretty darn good. Light, and something that can be quickly and effectively attached to any Picatinny rail system. So folks, if you do have any interest in this, again, as I said before, check the description box below. It's going to give you a full overview of exactly what you're looking at. There are many other flashlights available from OLIGHT. If you go to their website, there's tons. Some of them are big, heavy-duty ones, and they're very, very good. I actually have one of the heavy-duty ones. I use it as kind of a backup around the house if something goes down, power outage or whatever, or if someone's sneaking around in the backyard and Charlie hasn't ripped his legs off already, I'll use that big old flashlight because it also has disco mode, and disco mode just disorientates the mind. So folks, if you did enjoy looking at this product, make sure you go check out OLIGHT, and this is the PL-PRO Valkyrie in gunmetal grey. So thanks again for stopping by, everyone. I know I don't normally do review videos, but I do have a lot of respect for OLIGHT and their product, and I like to share things that I think can be useful for those of you out there either serving in law enforcement, the military, any kind of tactical setting. And for those of you who have purchased these before, maybe in the comment section below you can give your own opinion as to what you think of them. So thanks again for stopping by, everyone. I'm going back to figuring out what's in the bottom of these big old shells. There's something in there in the bottom. It's like a Kinder Egg surprise. So I'll take a look inside of here, and whoa, that's trippy. Look at that. That is trippy. Awesome. I'll take a look at what's up in the bottom of there. You take a look at the OLIGHT website. Thanks again for stopping by. I'll catch you next time. All the best. Bye-bye.